Hi everyone and welcome to this Minecraft tutorial with me, JCB. This is part 3 of our enchanting series and today we're going to be looking at enchantments for tools. So if you're confused and don't know what enchantments to put on your tools, then you need to stick with me because I've got some handy hints for you, so don't go away. Now, as usual, if you are new to enchanting, then please do check out my Enchanting Basics video, which I will put a link to in the top right of your screen now. But if you've already seen that, then that's great, and let's get on with this one, shall we? Now, the first enchantment we're going to be looking at is Fortune 3, which can be put on the pickaxe and the axe and the shovel, and will do different things. So I'm going to start off by just using an unenchanted tool first, and then we're going to compare what we get from these blocks here. So let's start off with the pickaxe and see how many diamonds and emeralds we get using an unenchanted pickaxe, which should equal, there's 10 in this row here, we should get just 1 for each of these. So as you can see, we just got 10 diamonds and 10 emeralds, so I'm going to pop that in my chest here, so we can compare the results later. So now we're going to change to the Fortune 3 pickaxe and see what we get with the enchantment on. Fantastic. So with the Fortune pickaxe we got 21 diamonds and 13 emeralds. So it didn't work as well on the emeralds. We only got 3 extra, but we got more than twice the amount of diamonds. Fantastic. Okay, next up is the shovel. Now the reason I've put the clay blocks there is because I'm not actually sure if Fortune does work on the clay. So this is also a test for me. So let's see what we get from each of these. Okay, so the Fortune on the gravel works with the flint. So we had 10 gravel blocks. We ended up with 9 gravel and 1 flint. So when you get flint, you don't actually get a block of gravel. And we ended up with 40 clay. So we've got 4 bits of clay for each clay block there. So let's try with the Fortune. There we are. So we've still got the same amount of clay, so Fortune doesn't work on the clay, but every single gravel block turned to flint that time. So if you're in need of a lot of flint, if you don't have a skeleton farm to make lots of arrows, you can use Fortune 3 on a shovel, use that on gravel, and that will produce a lot of flint for you. Okay, the last we're going to look at is the axe. Now you can use a Fortune 3 pickaxe on leaves to get more drops from these, but I've put it on an axe just so the axe doesn't feel left out. Okay, so we had 20 blocks of leaves. I think I used birch as well. I think I used 10 oak and 10 birch. But yeah, we only got 2 saplings from that, so let's see how we do with the Fortune on it. Okay, so from 10 oak leaves and 10 birch trees, I actually got less saplings but ended up with 2 sticks as well, so we actually got 4 items instead of just 2. Okay, so that was Fortune. Okay, next up is Efficiency 5, and again you can put this on the pickaxe and the shovel and the axe, and we're going to compare the speed, because that's what efficiency affects, is the speed at which you can mine these different types of blocks. So we'll start off with the unenchanted version and switch to the enchanted one afterwards, just to compare the speed. So even with a diamond pickaxe, mining those cobblestone blocks is quite slow. But with efficiency, it's almost instant. Okay, so next up is the shovel. I mean, it's still fairly quick anyway, when you're just using an unenchanted one, but I think we can probably take a run at this one. And it is just, it's crazy with a shovel. Probably quicker than if you're in creative, to be fair. Okay, so next up with the axe again, even with the diamond one. Still takes that little bit of time. Let's switch into efficiency 5 again. Just takes so much time away from that. Okay, so that was efficiency 5. Okay, next we're going to be looking at Silk Touch. Now, I would recommend only putting Silk Touch on a pickaxe because you can still mine these other blocks with the pickaxe, and having Silk Touch on there is going to give the same effect, even if it's not really the right tool for mining these other blocks. So as you can see, using an unenchanted pickaxe here, when you mine stone, you get cobblestone. But if you switch to the Silk Touch, what happens is the Silk Touch pickaxe will pick up the block as it is. It's not going to change. So on things like ores, the ones that turn into a different item like diamonds, emeralds, coal, you're gonna, if you use the Silk Touch on those, you're gonna get an ore block. You won't get diamonds or coal, you will get the ore instead. Now if we mine a grass block, you can see that we don't get the grass block without the enchantment, we get dirt. But if you then use Silk Touch, you get a grass block. Now this is extremely useful if you're trying to get grass in a place where there isn't any. So if you've got some grass blocks, oh, I missed one. If you've got some grass blocks, you can go and put some dirt down, and just put in a couple of grass blocks here and there will seed the other dirt blocks, and your grass will spread. Okay, lastly, the leaf blocks. The Silk Touch will work on these because when you mine them with anything, shovel or another pickaxe, they will just break, and you'll get the drops from them. But sometimes you might want to collect the leaves for decoration, making things like bushes around a house. So using the Silk Touch will give you that leaf block. Now you can also use shears for this, but if you don't have shears to hand, you can use a Silk Touch pickaxe and you'll get your oak leaves. Okay, I've emptied my inventory because I'm going to need all the space I can get. Got another one of these handy pools right here that I just happen to have lying around because we're going to be testing out enchantments for fishing rods. So I'm going to make it very fair. I'm going to do 10 minutes of fishing with each, both the enchanted and unenchanted, and then we're going to go and put them in the chests down there and compare the results. So in 3, 2, 1, start fishing! Okay, that was 10 minutes, so let's go and put these items in the chest and see what we got. So, without enchantment, let's do this as a total item count. As you can see, I didn't get really anything interesting. Got plenty of fish, so we'd be kept fed for a little while. But nothing like, you know, no weapons, no other fishing rods, no enchanted books. It was all just bog standard stuff and a bit of junk. So what's that? So 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24 items we got there in 10 minutes with 0 enchantment. Now we're keeping this fair by keeping the time of day and the weather the same. There are different factors that can affect fishing, such as when it is raining, you will get a better rate of catches. But yeah, just to keep this a fair test, we're going to keep the conditions the same. Okay, so on this, let's open this up. On this fishing rod, I've got Look of the Sea 3 and I have Lure 3. Now, Look of the Sea is going to give you a better rate of like treasure type items, so your enchanted books, your enchanted bows and enchanted fishing rods. And Lure will increase the rate at which you can actually catch those items. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, let's get fishing! And that was 10 minutes, so let's go and see what we got. We can already see that we've got an enchanted book, a couple of enchanted fishing rods. We've got some really good stuff there. So let's do a another count of actual items. So I wonder if they're all fitting here, actually. So I had to use my own inventory because I didn't have enough space for every one item there. So we ended up with 79, I think that was. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9s are 72, 73, 74, 75, 79 items. 3 of which were enchanted items. We got a looting 3 books. That's pretty good. And then a couple of fishing rods, both with unbreaking on. That one's got low too, so not too bad. So as you can see, putting them enchantments on your fishing rod is very useful. But you know what you can do is just build a fishing rod, and eventually you will get these items, and you can just combine them on the anvil. Okay. So that is the end of this tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you did, you need to smash that like button. And if you really enjoyed it, then do please consider subscribing, because it does help out the channel. In the description, you will find links to my Discord server and also my Twitter. You know, come and say hi. Really love to hear from you. Leave a comment in the bottom here of this video. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye!